following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah!
Go Cowboys!
This is Talkin Cowboys. Streaming live from the Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star in Frisco.
C.D. Lamb, touchdown. End zone, Jake Ferguson.
Prescott keeps it, and he bangs it in for the touchdown.
And now your hosts, Isaiah Stanback, Patrik Walker, Josh Rodriguez, and Kyle Youmans.
It's a terrific Thursday edition of Talkin Cowboys presented by Black Rifle Coffee Company, live from the Star in Frisco, Texas, in the SWBC Studios. Welcome in, everybody. We've got the whole cast and crew ready for you to rock today. Patrik Walker, Josh Rodriguez, Isaiah Stanback, Chris Beam in the back, and now we got a rave going on in here for a second. What was that?
Chris installed the clapper.
I forgot.
Wait. It's actually a clap thing?
Bro.
Oh, no way.
So now you can't clap during the show, or else the lights will change.
But what if we believe in Jeanty? Let's go. Let's go. Bro, so we got in the studio. That's the best. And Beamer's like, Isaiah, can you clap for me? I don't feel like coming in there and changing the lights anymore. I installed some new clap. I'm like, no, okay. So I'm thinking Beamer's just like joking around. He's a joker, bro. So I clap and it changes. I'm like, oh, that was great timing. Bro, I forgot. I completely forgot. Get into the show.
Oh, we're going to take advantage.
I was wondering what was going on. All the lights were switching, and I was like, I guess it's a rave.
Bro,
I don't know if that's a great idea now that we think about it.
Everybody, when they're doing their other shows, I'm walking by and just clapping, bro. crawl on the ground over here and start clapping.
We're going to have some fun with that.
Oh man. Every time
bottom dollar.
we do the Jeanty clap from here on out, it's going to be pink and white and blue and
hilarious.
Party now.
Oh, that was funny.
All the clapping you can handle on Talking Cowboys.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, we have fun in here. That is no doubt.
Just make it clap.
There's no doubt. All right, gentlemen.
And we're off.
Enough of the man buns.
Chill out, guys.
Yeah, enough of the man buns.
Cool off.
I tell you
You
what.
gotta cool it now.
All right, we've got to get into some news and notes here for the Cowboys. Today is our Cowboys defensive preview going up against the Las Vegas Raiders. Offense, we talked about the flip side of the matchup yesterday, and Isaiah did a great job going through it on QB Vision about what the Raiders bring. On the defensive side, we'll also have Lab Koat
Yes, indeed.
ready to rock. We're going to get a healthy serving of science later in the show.
Yeah, science.
Can't wait for that. And so, Pat, we'll let you start it off here.
Yeah, so we got
news and notes.
just a couple news and notes. For those that may not know, the offensive tackle, Jerron Christian, he was actually poached from the practice squad by the Denver Broncos. So lose one, gain one. Yesterday, the Cowboys signed offensive tackle Marcellus Johnson to the practice squad. Johnson's an undrafted free agent from 2024, so young guy. He's in year 2. He spent both of his seasons to this point between the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings practice squad, kind of oscillating between those two teams before more recently going with the Indianapolis Colts, which is where the Cowboys acquired him from, or I should say after that stint. So that's the only transaction for yesterday, just a practice squad transaction. We already know the huge news we talked about yesterday. Agent Zero, DeMarvion Overshown, Savon Revel, they were activated to the active roster from IR. So that's basically what they have going on now. Today, the Cowboys will return to practice for the first time since the Marshawn Kneeland tragedy. So that's going to be critical to see how they move forward. And I loved how Brian Schottenheimer worded that.
So eloquently put yesterday.
Yeah, he said, we don't move on, we move forward. Perfectly stated. So that process has already begun, but it really becomes a rubber meeting the road type thing today when they put their cleats in the grass. So that'll be today.
And he did say in the presser yesterday, he said for some guys that's going to be the best thing.
Yeah.
For other guys, it's going to be emotional. And I can understand that sense of it following a loss like that. And today is going to be extra emotional because it's also the first time that they're putting on pads. They're going to be standing next to his locker. They're going to be all together in the sense of they've already done that from a classroom standpoint this week, but from a practice standpoint, they haven't done it without Marshawn, and then it's going to end up being emotional on Monday too, I'm sure. Yeah. So
But I loved what he said. I mean, overall, just watch that press conference. It was amazing how upfront he was with everything, and obviously dealing with a lot. But the strength to stand up there and say exactly what he said yesterday was just moving, honestly. But my favorite thing was when he said, "We will honor Marshawn with how we play, not just against the Raiders, but for the rest of the season." I was talking about that on Monday when we've had our first show. Is that I don't want the narrative to be, especially from fan base or people that are not inside the building, to be like, oh well, this better motivate them to play well going forward. Like it's so much bigger than that. But the way that he put it, the way that he stated it, I think is perfect for what they need, and no better guy than Brian Schottenheimer to lead those men.
And it goes back to what Solomon Thomas even said to Tommy Yaris. You can read that piece on DallasCowboys.com from earlier in the week. He talked about how Schottenheimer addressed the team earlier this week whenever they finally did come back together, and he said he had an incredible slate of words to share the emotion and to kind of share what was happening within the building. If from the outside looking in, I know I've seen a lot of love and support. I've also seen some comments out there about, okay, it's time to get back to football. It's time to get back to football. I get it. I understand it. But this is still an organization that's going to hurt for a long time. They're going to hurt for forever, and they're going to always miss Marshon Neland. And I think you're going to see that throughout the season. I know we're in the middle of the bye week, coming off of the bye week. Then you'll get back into a routine, and that was another thing Shotty said yesterday, is it's imperative that they get back into a routine, Isaiah, because I know that's part of what a season is from a player's and coaching standpoint. You've got to find a routine. You got to stick with it.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you get in a sequence, right, where you're kind of just rolling. You understand what every day brings. Your mind kind of gets calibrated in terms of timing, and your body gets adjusted to, hey, this is the day that I work. This is the day that you get the physicality. And when that gets thrown off due to a bye week, due to Monday night games, Thursday night games, it really messes with you. It's one of the main things outside of just recovery, why players, I should say, before I can speak as a former player, don't like Thursday night games. It's because your body, it not only hasn't had enough time to recover, right, but also mentally it throws off your timer. Right, it's no different than going across seas and trying to play a game, or going across seas and traveling with your family. Right, your mind is calibrated for one time, and you have to hard reset it and be like, no, I need you to adjust to this time, and your body struggles to get on that timeline. So it's a number of things, but yeah, no, that he's definitely right. We are creatures of habit. A lot of guys struggle outside of football because that structure is gone. So they definitely need to get back in line with that. And that's the reason why you heard, Quinnen Williams, when he was doing his interviews with DallasCowboys.com, he was talking about, I'm going to be here and I'm going to run myself through a workout on Sunday because my body is accustomed to working on Sundays. Yeah. And I was like, I don't want to throw that time.
Well, and he's coming off of double bye weeks, too. So he had a bye week in week 9 with the Jets, and then he gets traded to a team that has a week 10 bye. You know what that means? So he hasn't played since week 8.
You know what that means?
He's fresh.
Fresh baked.
Told the Jets double bye.
Fresh and baked. He's ready to roll. Roll it off. He's ready to get after it. His body's ready to roll.
What is this voice?
Q.
I don't know.
He's ready to roll. You know what I'm saying? Did anybody get him some barbecue yet?
BBQ.
I'm sure.
Or Quinnen.
Yeah.
Quinnen, if you're listening, your boy will take you to get some barbecue, right?
There you go.
Where are you taking him?
Specifically.
I'm not going to.
We'll take him as a
group.
group.
Sponsor.
We'll take him as a group. Yeah.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah.
Taking a Black Rifle coffee first, and then
Black Rifle Coffee, though, we can go there.
Just make sure brisket is involved.
We got to make sure he's had Invisalign taken care of.
Yeah.
It'll be good. Yeah.
Listen,
he's had
Get him a Lenovo computer.
against this offensive line, can't wait.
Hey.
See what you did.
We'll talk more about that here in a little bit.
Quinnen.
You see that? You see that?
Oh,
Little Bart?
right. I see
Little Bart?
Yeah, I see what you did. See what you did. See what you did.
Any other news and notes there, Pat?
No. That's the transaction. Just a couple practice squad swaps over the past couple days. We already know the headliners coming back, and they're back at practice today. And so now it's just a matter of seeing who is going to practice that has a question mark around them. So we're talking about guys like Donovan Wilson. We'll see if, the optimism surrounding Malik Hooker, who as we speak is still currently on IR.
They have to activate him.
His window of 21 days hasn't been activated yet.
21?
So we'll see how that goes. We know, unfortunately, Wanye Thomas is down for at least 4 games, maybe more, as he deals with these migraines. So today will be critical for not only the emotional component of the Cowboys, but physically, we need to see coming off this bye whose body bounced back fairly well from being banged up. So we'll see how that goes.
And remember, the 21-day practice window, you do not have to complete the 21 days in order to be put on the roster. A lot of times,
You could just do one.
Yeah, you could. A lot of times teams will stretch that and they will push it all the way out, and that way they have the roster exemption and they don't have to necessarily make sure that they're on the active 53-man roster immediately. But they can activate him as soon as today if they really wanted to. They can bypass the whole window if they want.
They could. If they feel like he's ready to go, that could be a thing.
Who's that peeping in my window? Pal. Nobody now.
Before we take our first break and then we begin our Cowboys defensive preview, I know yesterday Coach Schottenheimer brought up the Marshawn Kneeland Memorial Fund. Is there a way that our Talkin Cowboys listeners can donate to that and give to Catalina, Marshawn's girlfriend, and their current
there absolutely is
family,
and that link is MarshonNelandFund.org.
Easy enough.
So go to MarshonNelandFund.org if you would like to and are able to donate. Those funds go directly to Catalina, who recently discovered that she and Marshawn are pregnant. Mm-hmm. So the goal here, and the contributions have already been pouring in from inside the building, from teammates and ownership and coaches and the like. But as a fan, if you want to and your heart moves you to give toward this particular cause, by all means, do it again. MarshonNelandFund.org.
There you go. I want to give you guys an opportunity to help if you feel so inclined to. I know I think me and my wife were talking about a possible donation on our end that we'll contribute to, and everybody out there, I encourage you to donate to the family that lost a loved one this week.
In the time that you gave the URL to right now, a donation has been made.
Nice.
That's what I'm saying.
That's awesome.
It's a very quick thing to do.
That's cool.
Takes nothing.
And I want to say
if you're able to, please do it.
If you're able to, 100%. I want to say something really quickly because I saw a couple of unfortunate comments that I chose not to reply to online. I just hit the reply and blocked them because this is not the time to piss me off.
No.
With your ignorance. I will say this. Yes, it is 100% true, as I just said. Donations are coming in from inside the building, these players, coaches, the executives, and yes, they are wealthy individuals. But that does not mean that you have the right to judge if a fan who's also grieving wants to make that donation.
Yeah.
If they want to make the donation, understand everyone grieves differently. And if this is a way that any particular fan, friend, or whatever the case may be, if this helps them through their grieving process by giving to Catalina, you allow them to do so, and you shut the hell up. Thank you.
Well said.
Advance.
All right. When we come back here on Talking Cowboys, we had the Cowboys offensive preview versus, what was the word you
trash?
Raiders defense.
Sorry, you caught me in the middle of my donation.
Yeah, you are actually making a donation.
Yes.
I can see your credit card numbers right here. Can I?
You see the last word.
What's that CVV? Because I see the watch.
Show the cameras.
Because I see the watch.
Hey,
so
the watch is nice.
Ooh, you can't hide money.
That watch is nice.
That's that Good Morning Football money.
Hey,
right there.
yo.
What's that CVV?
You know what?
No,
I'm going to make my donation. That's all I'm going to do. Okay, you guys freaking carry on.
Yeah.
Go to break.
All right, when we come back here on Talking Cowboys, we're going to flip it to the Cowboys defense, a new look defense going up the Raiders offense. I don't think you could use that same word against the Raiders offense.
Can't. But
there we go.
One player on there is playing like trash.
Oh, woo! That we'll talk about it right after this.
Every day begins with a promise to work hard and to build a future. That's why we're here, providing the tools, expertise, and John Deere equipment you have relied on for generations to help you get the job done right. We're with you. That's our promise to you, because no matter the project or the challenge you're facing,
we're with you. We're united.
If you're looking for fresh American roasted coffee that gives back, you need to head to your local grocery store and pick up a bag of Black Rifle coffee. That's right, America's coffee is now available in the coffee aisle of a grocery store near you. Black Rifle Coffee Company is veteran-founded with a mission to give back to those brave men and women who have served our nation. Every bag, box, or can you purchase helps support that mission. Head to your local grocery store and roast yourself some Black Rifle coffee today.
I'm home.
Hey, Mom, before you ask, I've done my homework and the dishwasher's unloaded.
Nice. Hey, can you...
Hey, hon, yes, I've got the finale ready to play. Here's your wine.
Wow.
Isn't it nice not having to ask? We think so. That's why if there's a network interruption, AT&T will proactively credit you for a full day of service, guaranteed. Credit for fiber downtime lasting 20 minutes or more, or for wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for details.
How's it going? You see that Cowboys game?
Oh, I watched. Been seeing some good things.
Totally. They have some talent.
Yup, some great talent.
And they got some fight.
Hoping this is the year.
Me too. Oh, I'm Cody, by the way.
I'm Travis.
Nice to meet you, Travis. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys!
Make a new friend based solely on their shirt choice. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation.
Back to Talkin Cowboys.
Back here on Talking Cowboys, presented by Black Rifle Coffee Company, the official coffee of the Dallas Cowboys. Got our Black Rifle here today.
Got mine right here.
You don't have those?
I don't have my
300 millibajillies.
I don't have my zero sugar. What is it?
There's one more left in there. I left it in there for you. I saw it yesterday.
Third segment.
Unless Josh took it.
Third segment.
No, it's
coming for you.
It's in there.
Yeah, third segment.
We're gonna make it happen in there.
Screen for me, dog. Can you just
As far as I'm concerned, the energy drinks are for Patrik Walker.
Those things are delicious, though.
Yeah.
I still haven't had
like
one.
the zero sugar, like white
They
can.
really are. Yeah.
They're next level. It got me through a midnight drive to Starkville last week. That was what I had in my backpack from down here. I grabbed one and stashed it for a little bit, and it helped me survive the drive. That was exactly what happened. All right.
Yeah,
when we come back,
what
do you do? I guess
we are back.
Hey,
we are back.
Just in case. Hey, made another donation. So we got the twofer.
In just a few minutes, several
minutes.
donations have been made.
That's right.
So it's very easy to do.
If you can, and if your heart moves you to do so, by all means do so. If your heart doesn't move you to do so, that's well and fine.
That's okay.
But stop talking down to those whose heart is moving them to do so. It's really just that simple. It's kind of being a good human being. Yeah. So, excuse me, let me make sure the saddle is right on this high horse. All right.
Got to sit high up there.
All right, let's ride.
Let's talk about the Cowboys defense
versus
new look defense versus the Raiders.
Can't wait.
You said somebody's playing like trash on the Raiders side of things.
Wait, you got to say it the right way, though. They're playing like
trash.
Who are you referencing?
I'm talking about their offense, just in general, Kyle. I don't like pointing out individuals.
Putting it out there again?
Yeah, I don't like pointing out personal individuals. However, they have not had great play from the quarterback position. Old Geno, a.k.a. former quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks, which you guys know that I'm also a fan of because I love Seattle, but I rock the Dallas Cowboys nation. So I've had my eye on the Seattle for a while. Geno Smith carried over to Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll, if you guys ever wondered whether or not he is tied to his players, well, just look at their roster.
Yeah.
He brought on everybody that he could from Seattle. Tyler Lockett's now there. Jamal Adams is now there.
At linebacker.
Yeah, at linebacker as an outside linebacker. Sam, linebacker to be exact. And then also he has Geno Smith, who's his quarterback, getting paid 40+ of them things to throw 11 touchdowns and 12 interceptions on the year.
Yeah.
Yo.
Eek the cat.
One of two quarterbacks in the NFL that has more interceptions than touchdowns. The other one is a rookie first overall pick in Cam Ward out of Tennessee.
Are you saying you don't like?
I don't care what he's doing over there as long as he continues it against the Cowboys this week. Their offense in terms of what do they do, okay? This is a 12-personnel team. Those that don't know what 12 personnel is, that's one running back, two tight ends. Why do they like to run 12 personnel? Well, they don't have a ton of receivers, and they have invested a substantial amount into their tight ends.
You don't say.
Yeah, they just a little bit. They have two tight ends. They have a blocking tight end by the name of Michael Mayer.
I see what you did there.
You see what I did there?
Fresh off of Halloween.
Fresh off of Halloween. And then they have another tight end that you guys may have heard of.
That's actually
Brock. Yeah, Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers. It's different than Hoffman.
Yeah, he's a dude. He's a dude. He is.
Try not to say it.
He's one of two dudes that they have on offense. However, he's really the only dude that's shown up this year on a consistent basis.
He's a dog, man.
He's a freaking dog. Why do they run 12 personnel outside of their fact that they've made their investments there? If you run 12 personnel, typically this is how it goes, okay? The defensive coordinator watches the personnel grouping that comes in for the offense. The defensive coordinator then matches up his personnel according to the personnel of the offense. So if you bring 2 tight ends in the game, he says it's base, and your base defense then matches up. Typically, most defenses is like a 4-3, okay? Dallas, we don't know what they might do. Matt Eberflus has changed up his schemes. I would assume
5 down.
He's gone
3
5.
down.
So I would assume that he would go 4-2. 4-2-4. I don't know. Yeah, 4-2-5. I think that's probably what he'll end up doing because you can't treat Brock Bowers as a typical tight end.
Yeah.
Brock Bowers is physical like a tight end. He's the size of a tight end. He runs routes like a receiver. He's a mismatch versus base defense. It's the reason why they do it. Linebackers can't guard him. Period. 98% of the tight ends in this league can't guard him. Maybe 99.5. But that's what he does, okay? These guys run a West Coast style offense, meaning a lot of bunch sets, a lot of condensed sets, a lot of switch releases. They're going to force you to communicate in terms of who's coming into my zone if you're playing zone defense, right? A lot of switching at the line of scrimmage. So in, out, mine, yours, whatever it might be. If you're playing man-to-man, they're going to try to cross you up, right? Now they're trying to run these legal pick plays, right, where I am playing man-to-man, I'm following my guy, right? Kyle's following his guy, and you guys decide to switch. Now we're running into each other, right? Accidentally. So they run, that causes problems in man-to-man. They're always going to run somebody at low, medium, high. They got rid of their deep threat. He got traded away. Remind me of the name.
Sorry. Who?
Jacoby.
What are you talking about?
Jacoby
Myers.
Jacoby Myers is gone. That was a deep threat. He's gone. So they don't.
It's like, wait a second.
Yeah, sorry. Tyler Lockett's kind of their guy in that regard now, but Tyler Lockett.
Devontae, but I was like, that's not
Like that was in the offseason.
Yeah, Tyler Lockett's a little bit older now, so he doesn't have as much juice as he once did. So their offense is struggling in that regard. Ashton Jeanty. Okay, let's talk about Ashton Jeanty. He is a dude. We all know that he's a dude, but in this particular system, how they run their offense, he's not a dude. He's just another guy in this offense. No disrespect to him or his capabilities, but based upon the blocking scheme that they have for him, he's not getting the rushing lanes that he's accustomed to having.
And you'd argue the offense is not necessarily fitting to his strengths. He's a north-south guy.
Not at all.
And they're running
their offensive line. The reason why I'm excited for our new defensive line is because this offensive line doesn't do a lot of movement. This offensive line, more so than any other team we face, is a line up and we're just going to go straight. A line up, and whoever's over me, I'm blocking them in pass game. They're not pulling, they're not trapping, they're not doing any of those things. The people who are doing all the movement are their tight ends.
Yeah.
Michael Meyer is 87. He's going to line up in a wing set. He's the guy that tries to trap block. He's the guy that tries to pull around. He's the guy that tries to work around and up to the next level. So if you want to track anybody, you're not tracking the lineman, you're tracking the tight end. He's the one that's giving you the indication as to where the play might be going. The offensive linemen are literally coming off the ball, and whoever's over them, they're blocking them, right? They do have combo blocks occasionally where 2 offensive linemen are working with 1 defensive player, but it's not great. Their pad level's bad. They're straight up and vertical. When you watch these games, defensive lines are literally pushing their guys into the backfield. Ashton Jeanty has nowhere to go. Now, that's no indication on his capabilities. Right. That's an indication on how he is in this system.
And being utilized.
And how he's being utilized. So don't mix this up. If he breaks out for a couple, he's still Ashton Jeanty. He's just not what he was in this system, okay? So that's what it is. Their running game is slim to none because of their blocking scheme. Their passing game, you should be able to push these guys into the back, into the freaking lap of Geno Smith. Their route tree is honestly not bad. I don't dislike their scheme. I just think that they're running too many deep routes, and they don't have the time to push the ball down the field. You have to find a way to communicate. For a lot of the crossing routes across the middle of the field, there's always somebody going across the formation, which has caused Dallas defense some problems in the past. So we have to be able to communicate those crossers. You have to be able to find a way to disrupt Brock Bowers at the line of scrimmage. He is a specialist at the line of scrimmage in terms of getting clean releases. Go up there and slap him.
Who are you tabbing with that?
With 5 fingers to your face.
Who on this Cowboys defense?
Not one person.
Are you tabbing with?
Not one person.
Brock and trying to knock him off. It's 1 guy per play.
One
or two guys per play.
I was going to say
seriously. Double Brock.
That's what I'm saying.
He's their one weapon.
Yeah, double Brock. I'm putting one of my defensive linemen. I'm shifting my line to Brock Bowers.
Okay,
that's what I'm doing.
That's fair.
I'm not a defensive coordinator. But if I'm playing Madden, I'm shifting my D-line over to Brock Bowers. I'm going to put my defensive end, whether that's going to be Osa Odigizua or whether that's Donovan Ezaraku, whoever it might be, Solomon Thomas. I would go big. I would go heavy. And
for those that are thinking, oh, but two of those three guys are defensive tackles with a 5-man front, it could be anybody. Right?
It was a 4-man front.
Even 4.
Osa and Solomon could be my DNs in this 4-man front.
Very much so.
Period, point blank. In this week.
Especially with Clark and Quinnen Williams.
Yeah, Quinnen Williams. Personally, Quinnen Williams as my 5 technique or my 3 technique. I'm putting Kenny Clark as my 1 technique, and I'm putting Osa and Solomon to be my disruptor, whichever side Brock Bowers goes. If he wants to attach himself to the line of scrimmage, jam him up, come off and hit him in his chest cavity, and then I'm gonna have a linebacker sitting there waiting for him. Jam him up even more at the next level.
That's the opposite of a NASCAR package.
I am not.
Like when they have all edge rushers up front. It's the opposite of that. This is like the dump truck package. That's what this is.
Absolutely.
This is the twisted metal.
Listen, I want Brock Bowers by the second quarter, battered and bruised, and not getting past 5 yards. I want him stumbling and bumbling beyond the 5-yard point because he's just gotten hit by every which way direction. That's what I want. I want him doing Chris Tucker in Rush Hour 2. Which one of y'all hit me?
Which one of y'all hit?
That's what I need this week. So I know people are like, oh, there's not going to be any pass rush. You can pass rush internally against this team.
Yeah.
You don't need pass rushers. Go big against these guys. That's my wish. I know people want to see Ezaraku and they want to see, who else we got out?
Williams.
Yeah, we got a lot of pass rushers. Okay?
Fowler and
not this week.
Jadeveon.
Not this week. Jadeveon can do it.
That's James Houston.
He does. James Houston. I like Jadeveon in this rotation as well. But go big, and be a disruptor to Brock Bowers. But you know what they're going to do? Then they're gonna detach him and line him up on the outside.
Yeah, correct.
Press.
I was ready for that.
Come up and press. I don't care if he's in a bunch set. Press. Put your hands on him, and then when he gets to 5 yards, slap him again. Like, you can't allow him to have free releases.
So, no, you're right.
You can't shadow him at the line of scrimmage. It doesn't matter how quick you are. It doesn't matter how fast you are. He will run by you, or he'll just big boy you in the middle of the key and just post up. So, Brock Bowers. Without him, this team you should be able to handle.
Now, quickly though, because Brock Bowers is such a weapon for them, and you're talking about Ashton Jeanty, the one alarming stat, at least alarming for Vegas when I was looking at it, they have scored a collective 139 points, good enough for 31st in the league. There are 32 NFL teams.
Yep, I like those words.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem great.
So as much as you
part of
should
that is quarterback play,
obviously,
yeah.
And as much as you should be afraid of those weapons, these guys don't score a lot of points in basically every offensive category the Dallas Cowboys haven't beat.
Can I ask you a question though?
Yes, sir.
On the flip side of that, where do the Cowboys rank in terms of points allowed per game this year?
You're a jerk.
I'm just asking.
No, I mean, he's right.
I'm just asking.
And that's exactly
it's
what
fair.
I was going to go
It's
with.
bad on bad.
It's fair.
Until further notice, it is bad on bad. And I see somebody that's like tongue-in-cheek in the comments. They're like, Kyle probably thinks Gino's going to dice up this defense. To be fair,
everybody
has diced up the defense to a certain extent this year, except for maybe Jalen Hurts in week 1 and definitely not Justin Fields in week 5. Those are really the only two exceptions.
How'd that Jacoby Brissett thing go?
Exactly. Like, Jacoby Brissett played like he was a 3-time Pro Bowler.
Okay. Wait, that wasn't Kurt Warner out there?
No, it was not.
I told everybody that week you wanted Kyler Murray instead of Jacoby.
Exactly, and he played very well. Now, and then he gets destroyed by Seattle 1 week later.
That defense is
they're
stupid.
nasty. So I don't believe Gino should dice up the defense, but until further notice, and I know they've made the additions, there's still a lot of conversation to be had about how much of a change and how much of an impact are we going to see. You've heard a couple of things there from Isaiah. Pat, I'm interested to see what you think. How many times in this game are we going to look down and say, that's a different defense? Is it going to be half the snaps? Is it going to be 25% of the snaps? 100% of the snaps, which is what the hope is for everybody, I think, in this room, is that they hope it's a completely different look. But in week 1 with these new additions, it's kind of unrealistic to think that it's going to be off the charts better.
Between the new additions and the, someone like DeMarvion Overshown who's returning his first game.
Limited snaps, probably.
Limited snaps.
Yeah.
I'd say 25% of the time. So 1/4 of the time you'll look down at the defense and you'll say, holy crap. But then the other 3/4 you're looking at them and you'll probably say,
It looks like what is
it's like you. Let me break it down this way. 50% of the time you'll probably see as these guys acclimate, right? You'll probably see the same defense you saw over the first 9 games. 25% of the time you'll see flashes where it's just like, okay, almost. I saw where you were going with that. That almost worked. I saw the play call. I liked the play call. Execution wasn't there. Tweak it a little bit. And then 25% of the time you'll be like, there it is. That's why you went and got Quinnen Williams. That's why you went and got Logan Wilson. That's why we believe that Logan Wilson plus DeMarvion Overshown can be a problem.
Yeah.
But that 50%, for me, the concern is I need to see, and we'll see it with Quinnen Williams. We'll see how it goes. I need to see a consistent pass rush that gets home, because if you do not, especially panic Geno Smith, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter if you press Brock Bowers. It doesn't matter if you slap him in the helmet after you finish pressing Brock Bowers. He will get open.
Yes.
He is one of the more physical tight ends in the league. He has some of the best hands in the league. He's one of the best route running tight ends in the league. He is an absolute, say it with me, dog.
D-A-double.
So
go Dogs. You said it. I said it. You can't.
There you go. I'm proud of myself. I've been fighting all day. I've been fighting. But all jokes aside, all bias aside, Brock Bowers is a problem. He is the problem.
Yes.
So one of the best ways is, like Isaiah said, you're going to have to beat him up, but just know he's not soft.
He can take that.
He can take it and he can dish it out.
Yeah.
Okay. So while you're trying to get physical with him, the goal is to disrupt his timing so that the pass rush hopefully can push the pocket and get to Geno Smith. But if they can't get to Geno Smith, Brock is going to get his. And if Brock starts getting his against a secondary that's trying to figure themselves out and a safety unit that's in dire straits as far as depth is concerned, it's going to be a longer day than you think it is.
That's why I think their offensive line is in for a long
day. They better be.
They're in for a long day.
I hope so. Bold prediction. Logan Wilson gets a pick.
Wow. In coverage.
I don't know if that's bold, but I like it.
Yeah, he'll get a pick.
That's bold. When was the last time a linebacker had an interception?
But like
for a Dallas Cowboys linebacker to have an interception, like that's a bold,
pretty bold.
Hey,
I just answered the question.
but it's been how long's that been, man?
So that's against the passing game. We've talked a lot about Geno Smith, Brock Bowers, and company. They do have a rookie running back who we talked a lot about in the offseason. His name is Ashton Jeanty. He played his high school football just across the hallway here at Ford Center as a part of Frisco Lone Star. Not in this segment, but we're going to bring him. We're going to bring him in the second segment when we come back. More Talking Cowboys right after this.
If you're looking for fresh American roasted coffee that gives back, you need to head to your local grocery store and pick up a bag of Black Rifle coffee. That's right, America's coffee is now available in the coffee aisle of a grocery store near you. Black Rifle Coffee Company is veteran-founded with a mission to give back to those brave men and women who have served our nation. Every bag, box, or can you purchase helps support that mission. Head to your local grocery store and roast yourself some Black Rifle coffee today.
If you shout, "How about them Cowboys?" you have that undeniable passion that's the heart of Cowboys Nation. And if you like to drink Dr. Pepper, you love the unique blend of its 23 flavors. Together, your one-of-a-kind fandom paired with the one-of-a-kind taste of a delicious ice-cold Dr. Pepper is the game day lineup that can't be beat. Better yet, gather your Cowboys and Dr. Pepper fan friends to watch the next game and crack open a delicious ice-cold Dr. Pepper for everyone. The wins will be even tastier. It's a pepper thing.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the Playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
I'm home. Hey, Mom, before you ask, I've done my homework and the dishwasher's unloaded.
Nice. Hey, can you... Hey, hon, yes, I've got the finale ready to play. Here's your wine.
Wow. Isn't it nice not having to ask? We think so. That's why if there's a network interruption, AT&T will proactively credit you for a full day of service, guaranteed. Credit for fiber downtime lasting 20 minutes or more, or for wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for details.
Back to Talkin Cowboys.
Back here on Talking Cowboys, presented by Black Rifle Coffee Company, the official coffee of the Dallas Cowboys. Wear your Black Rifle Coffee, your Dallas Cowboys gear. I say that all the time. Dallas Cowboys gear to a Black Rifle Coffee and get 10% off your entire order on Cowboys game days.
Got to let them get the read in first.
There it is.
ASMR time?
It's ASMR time. Y'all ready? You ready? Hold on. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Got a little sprayed all the way over by Kyle.
Residual, yeah.
I almost said something. I was about to say She's Nope.
Also, this segment brought to you by Invisalign, the official smile of the Dallas Cowboys. Glad you're with us here on Talking Cowboys.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Kyle, thank you.
Thank you for being here, Josh.
For being a gracious host.
Thanks, man.
On Talking Cowboys and DallasCowboys.com.
All day, every day. All right, here we go. I'm going to read off this stat line from Ashton Jeanty this year. 143 carries. They're giving him the rock.
Yeah.
143. He's got 547 yards. Anybody would like to take a crack at the yards per average? Yards per carry average there.
3.5?
It is 3.8, so real close.
Okay.
Very nice. 3.8. He does have a long of 64 this year. It was a touchdown. 4 touchdowns for Ashton Jeanty as we do get into talking about him real quickly before we get to Science Lab. Or is he a part of Science Lab?
He is.
Oh.
Good segue.
Let's pass it over to Mr. Patrik Walker.
Okay, well, let's do it. Go, Beamer.
Yes, science!
All right, so...
And this is lab coat, by the way.
This is lab coat, absolutely. So I will say this week's lab coat is a little bit unique in that it's not going to be tied to the topic of Science Lab when Science Lab drops on the .com later today. So make sure you check that out. That'll be a separate thing. It's more of a memorialization of Marshawn and speaking to mental health, and I'll drop a couple other things in there as well.
Very cool.
But for the football aspect of it, lab coat, I wanted to see just how much Ashton Jeanty is struggling. You know, so you go back and you look at the film because we watch film.
We do.
So everything that Isaiah is saying about Ashton Jeanty is 100% correct. It is not the capability. It is not something where, oh, well, he was doing all of this and see, look, this is why the Cowboys. No. Ashton Jeanty is still very dangerous, but the reason he's struggling is because his offensive line is just so bad.
Pepe Le Pew.
No. You got to go.
I can call him shot. Pepe.
How bad are they? Well, we know that they're one of the worst in the league, but statistically, this is per Next Gen Stats. This season, Ashton Jeanty has been stuffed for a loss or no gain on almost 29% of his rushes.
Insane.
How many?
Almost 29%. So just round up a little bit. Almost one third of his rush attempts, he's been stuffed for no gain or a loss.
And you're not just running behind the line of scrimmage and falling down.
That's dive, dodge, duck, and dodge, and behind the line of scrimmage.
I watched that movie earlier this week.
So that means that someone who doesn't have the capability of Ashton Jeanty would actually be much worse than this. Like, as bad as that is. Now you're asking, okay, well, you hear me say nearly 1/3. Well, how bad is that? No, see, it's the second highest mark among running backs who have at least 50 carries. The second highest mark in the entire league.
I'm curious as to who would be higher.
That's a good question.
I'm going to have to find that.
I'll tell you who it ain't.
Who?
I believe in Javante. Yeah, there it is. So
they can't see it on there, but the lights just change.
No, not at all. So I bring up this Ashton Jeanty point because I knew that one of the primary conversations today would be Brock Bowers, as it should be. He is the weapon. But the offensive line is so poor with the Raiders that I don't want to say you can overlook Ashton Jeanty, but I think that problem resolves itself because his ability is deleted by his own offensive line. So anyone who's coming into this game and they're wondering if Ashton Jeanty will suddenly have a career day against the Cowboys, anything's possible. But I would say even before the acquisition of Quinnen Williams, this is what Ashton Jeanty was going to struggle with, is getting past the line of scrimmage. Now you add Quinnen Williams alongside Kenny Clark.
How many weeks has he been off?
He had double bye. Fresh meat.
Get you some.
Get you some. And then, of course, the Cowboys are going to start running more 5-man fronts. So, again, the run defense versus this offensive line for the Raiders it's like Josh said, I think the offensive line for the Raiders are in for a long day, which means Ashton Jeanty is in for a long day, which just circles us back to Brock Bowers.
You know, it's kind of funny when you think about it, like how much Ashton Jeanty was tied with Dallas just because of his upbringing in Frisco and the way that he played at Frisco Lone Star High School down the road. And then throughout the entire draft process, Dallas needs a running back. They're looking to get a running back. They have an early first-round pick, but he just ends up skyrocketing up these draft boards. But he talked about it multiple times. I'd love to be a Cowboy. I'd love to play there. I'd love to be there and this, that, and the other. And, you know, when he doesn't get picked by them, he ends up going to the Vegas Raiders at 6 overall. He's probably like, okay, sweet. Like, I've got the 6 overall spot. I'm one of the highest paid running backs in the league by automatically draft spot.
Yep.
And he's cool with that. He's probably looking on the schedule like, man, when can I get back at the Cowboys a little bit here? And as he's doing so, he's like, man, they have the worst rush defense in football. They haven't been playing very well.
Coming out party?
Yeah, it's just like, man, I feel like finally I'm going to get an opportunity to show what I've got. And then the Cowboys trade for Quinnen Williams. And it's like, oh.
And now he's in a query.
Never mind.
Like, and then. Like,
it's just, I can only imagine the thought process in that building. Like, don't worry, we've got Dallas in week 11. Don't worry, we got Dallas.
One thing to the other. So it was like, and then, so Ashton Jeanty's going to look at his guys and be like, dude, where's my block? But yeah. At least, dude, where's my block? Where's your block, dude?
Where's my block,
dude? Where's my block?
But yeah, see it all coming.
So, and
that was so shibby.
It was. So, I mean, yes, Floyd, you know, I know you don't like me right now, but I love you anyway. Floyd makes a great point. It's like what we're saying and what I just said in described in Lab Coat is that the Cowboys defensive line pre-Quinnen Williams, I believe, still could have done some work against this Vegas offensive line and keeping Ashton Jeanty bottled up. Add Quinnen Williams, and you can bet your bottom dollar Ashton Jeanty is going to be met shortly after he takes the handoff. Now, to that I will say, if Pete Carroll schemes it differently, then you'll probably see them trying to get Ashton Jeanty out in space more often than they have. So be prepared for that possible adaptation, in which case when that happens, boy, when that happens, and it will, you really do wish that you had some linebackers that could, well, I'll be damned. You do. You got Logan Wilson. You got DeMarvion Overshown. So, sorry, Ashton. It's probably going to be a bad day for you, sir.
It's going to be a delayed premiere for Ashton Jeanty. I don't know. I feel like, and this is something Isaiah alluded to earlier, I think Osa Odighizu was in for a big game because this is the first time he's really had help since Micah Parsons being traded away and him flashing with Micah. Now you have him in a situation where the defense or the offense is going to be focused in on Quinnen Williams. They're going to be focused in on Kenny Clark. Yeah. Osa is going to clean up. I think it's going to be.
I'm really interested on how they're going to do this defensive line rotation.
Yeah.
It's interesting. So the depth chart came out yesterday, and I don't know how they kind of play into like how that reflects.
That stuck out to you.
There was a few things that stuck out to me. Sam Williams is listed as third team behind Donovan Ezraku and Jadeveon Clowney.
That doesn't stick out to me.
Yeah, it's pretty
that tracks. Right. That tracks.
He was not third team before this. I mean, I will say that. You also have Kalen Carson as third team behind Deron Bland and Trequezie Bridges. Interesting.
Bridges.
And then your starting safeties are Donovan Wilson and Marquise Bell.
You know,
to our depth chart.
I don't know if it'll happen.
Two strong safeties.
I don't know if it'll happen. Yeah, you're right. Dire straits. I don't know if it'll happen this Monday. We talk about the 50-50 chance of Savon Revel being inactive, maybe being active. I don't know. Probably not. But once he is, I'm curious to see how quickly he can ascend the depth chart, keeping in mind that Trayvon Diggs is going to miss, a few more games.
So one of the things they do in the depth chart is they'll sometimes list two players in that first team position.
Yeah, they'll say blank or blank.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah. And currently, already, after Savon Revel's been activated to the roster, Kaiir Elam or Savon Revel.
Wow. He's got a shot there.
So he's already up. I don't know. Something to think about.
Hope we see some of him today in the practice session that's open to the media. Get to just see him run around a little bit, see what he's able to do on special teams, because I'm sure as a rookie, he'll probably throw him out there.
Start and stop.
Yeah, it's going to be exactly. Start, stop, change of direction.
Coy Isaiah.
Well, why are you being so coy?
I just don't know if they're going to put him in special teams.
You think
maybe
as a means of protecting him, they'll keep him off of special teams?
Which is fair. But he's a rookie, and I feel like at some point there's going to be that conversation.
I completely understand it. I just don't know if they're going to expose him to that.
The thing, going back to Osa Odigizua before we wrap up here, I know one of the things that I've really knocked him on, and Isaiah's broken this down on film a couple times. He really likes to jump around blocks this year for some reason.
Jump around.
He's just and Kenny Clark's doing his job. He's eating up multiple gaps. He's in the middle of the offensive line. He's taking multiple blockers away, and then you have Osa that's just kind of freelancing off to the side, and he's getting pushed off his spot, and he's out of his gap, and that's what allows for a gap or a big running gap to form. I think with both Williams and Clark, he'll be better at that.
Yes.
But I also don't want him to continue to freelance. I want him to continue to take steps in the right direction of gap integrity to allow the linebackers to do their job.
I'd argue because of the attention that Quinnen Williams and Kenny Clark will be paid, I think he's not going to have to freelance as much. He will be able to be on his guy and call it a day.
I hope that's the case. We'll see more from Osa Odigizua coming up with those.
I just hope it opens up for him. I really do.
It didn't change. All right. It did change. That does it for us here on Talkin Cowboys today. Tomorrow, it's going to be a Say It With Your Chest Friday. We'll have a Get Your Popcorn Ready segment. Oh, no.
I'm out tomorrow.
You're not here tomorrow?
I'm out tomorrow.
What the hell, man?
I'm sorry.
Where are you going?
You can do that again if you try.
I'll be in Vegas. I'm going to be at the game.
Game's Monday.
Well, I'm taking it a little bit for the game. You know what I mean?
I paused and I'm trying to figure. I'm like, wait, I don't even leave until Sunday.
Good for you. Good for you. I'm happy for you. All right, that does it for us. For Patrik "No-C" Walker, Trader Josh Rodriguez, for Isaiah Stanback.
I don't like those words.
I'm Kyle Youmans saying so long from Talkin Cowboys. We'll see you next time.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this,